In case most of you know, I'm fortunate enough to serve as a president of South Seattle Community College, so this is a great honor to be here. You know, this week our students had Civics Week, and they were student elections are happening. They're encouraging students to vote, but also to register as voters for our country. And we had legislative candidates and Secretary of State candidates on campus. And what a way to end the week, but to have our senior senator to be with us today. You know, yesterday Senator Murray was on Air Force One with President Obama. Today she's at South Seattle Community College. We are so fortunate to have the senator to represent and advocate for us. You know, last year Senator Murray was here when South received 2 Department of Labor grants to train aerospace workers so we could keep our economy going and the Boeing company staying here. Then we've also been recognized as a veteran-friendly school. You will not find a greater champion of veterans than Senator Patty Murray. As most of you know, South Seattle Community College has 3 TRIO programs. Those are programs to help low-income first-generation students become prepared for college. We received a phone call this week, guess what, from Senator Patty Murray's office that we received a 4th one funded. And you know, at South, we really pride ourselves on being the most diverse college in the entire state of Washington, where equal rights and opportunities are there for everyone. And you won't find a stronger supporter right now looking out for women's rights and their equal opportunities than Senator Patty Murray. So we're very fortunate to have her with us today. And speaking of fortunate, it's my pleasure to introduce a woman leader of our community college district, the chancellor who oversees the 54,000 students in Seattle community colleges, Dr. Jill Wakefield. Jill.
Thank you, President Ortley. It's so great to be back at South. And Senator Murray, I want you to know you are looking at the workforce of the future. They will be ready to turn this economy around. So congratulations and good success. You know, the student leadership team worked hard in Olympia during this legislation, and we have great results because of you. You pulled out all the stops, you YouTubed messages, videos, rallies like this one, you met with legislators, you testified, you tipped the scales in our favor, and the legislator cut our cuts from 13% to close to 0. Thank you for your great work. The skyrocketing cost of education puts it all at a disadvantage. Our economy needs skilled graduates, and yet today, students graduating from college are more likely to be assured of financial debt than a job. This needs to change. We know that student loan issue is growing, and our higher interest on loans will make the problem even worse. In this state and this country, community colleges are critical. We need to be affordable and accessible. We serve the diverse population of students, returning veterans, high school graduates, workforce training, and those of you going on to a university. Seattle Community Colleges transfers more students to four-year universities than any other community college in the state. You will do well when you transfer. Now we're going to hear from 2 students who are facing this financial dilemma. It's my pleasure to introduce Dante Oksena, President of the United Student Association here at South Seattle, who is graduating in nursing next month, as well as Tyson Hillquist, Vice President of the USA, who is running to be your president next year. Dante.
Come on, Dante.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
You know, we've been very successful in lobbying the legislators to fund our state community colleges. And we are here now to tell Washington we want the same thing. No ifs, no buts, no fees, no cuts. Let's tell them. No fees, no buts, no fees, no cuts. You know, I see education here in America. I came over here about 10 years ago, and education, it levels the playing field. For me, as an immigrant, for those single moms, for those veterans who are coming back from Iraq, education is a society equalizer. So I feel that Washington should help us, should help America get back in track.
Yeah!
I'm really lucky, very fortunate to be a nursing student here at South Seattle. A 2-year program supported by the state. By the end of my education here, I'll be out there making lots of money, paying my taxes, and putting back America in tip-top shape. So let's tell the Washington again, no ifs, no buts, no fees, no cuts. That's for you, Washington.
Thank you, Dante. That was amazing. That's awesome. Again, my name is Tyson Hilquist. I'm the VP of the student government of this amazing body right here at South Seattle Community College. You guys are awesome, so I'm honored to serve with you guys. We're here to highlight the Stanford loan rate hikes that are coming up, and they're going to double in July. I was raised from a mother who dropped out in the 7th grade, became a waitress, and is still a waitress today. College has always been a dream for my mother and me. And there is no way I could finish my business marketing degree or transfer without affordable loans, without affordable education. I feel like with these increases, the 12% increase in tuition, the increase in the Stanford loan interest rate, my future, our future is being penalized before we get a chance to live it. We're being penalized. The interest hikes, to me, may not seem like a lot to the people in legislature, present company excluded. But to me, as a student, that determines whether or not I go to the grocery store or the food bank.
Come on, Tyson.
Don't penalize my future for yesterday's bad mistakes. Support higher education, but better than that, invest in us. Please don't balance the budget on my back. Our backs as students are already burdened enough with backpacks full of overpriced textbooks and 2 years of 12% increase in our tuition fees. I promise you, if you invest in higher education, your return on that investment will be far greater than the increases you're proposing in Washington. Please invest in the solution. Well, that's all the time I have today. I want to thank everyone for coming out again for Civics Week and supporting us. And again, one last thing, I wanted to thank all the mothers. It's Mother's Day's weekend's coming up. Thank you, mothers. Mom, I hope I make you proud. Well, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce the Honorable Senator Pat Murray. She's in her 4th term as United States Senator, and among her many accomplishments, she's a champion for veterans and higher education. She's keeping us as a priority on her watch. So please, welcome Patty Murray to the stage. Please give her a round of applause.
Tyson, you did your mom proud. Dante, thank you so much. Tyson, that was great. What a great day. What a beautiful day to be out here for a rally. Thank you to all of you for coming out here today. First of all, join with me in thanking all the veterans who are students here, who fought for our country, coming back here, getting an education, and putting our country to work. To all your TRIO students, you keep on going. You're going to put our country back on track. And I agree to all you moms and all you future moms and dads, thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. South Seattle Community College, I'm delighted to be here today with all of you, and thanks so much for hosting us here today. Well, what a year you have had. I was so proud to see so many of you go down to Olympia to fight against those cuts to higher education and speak out on behalf of yourselves and your classmates. You made a difference. Thank you so much. So I understand you're wrapping up Civics Week here this week, and I'm here, like all of you, to speak out with one voice, for one reason, with one message. We are not going to allow Republicans to jeopardize the future of America's students. We are not. This is too important. There is too much online. We are here today because unless Congress acts, interest rates for many of our students, for a lot of you here in the crowd today, is going to double in just 51 days. The interest rate is going to double. On July 1st, the law that we passed that held rates on federally subsidized Stafford loans to 3.4% is going to double overnight to 6.8%. That is going to add $1,000 in cost to all of you who have student loans. That is a tax hike on 107,000 students right here in Washington State. And as all of you know, that comes at a time when our families and all of our students are already fighting just to afford college as it is today. We cannot allow that to happen. And here's what happened this week in Washington, D.C. We moved to bring this bill up to make sure that we keep the Stafford rate interest rate at 3.4%. Not one Republican would vote with us to bring that bill onto the floor just to consider it. Not one. We were defeated. They blocked it from being debated. Why? Because they didn't like how we were paying for it. The way we're paying for it is by closing a tax loophole on some of the wealthiest Americans. So you can keep your interest rates low. We were saying, just give us a little bit. And they said no. So let's recap. In less than 2 months, students like Tyson and Dante and many of you are going to have your student interest rates double overnight because some of my colleagues refused us even allowed to vote on this. All in the name of protecting wealthy professionals who are dodging paying their fair share of taxes. Does that sound fair to any of you? No! Does it sound like the kind of country that you want for your future? No! Well, it doesn't to me either, and I have to tell you why. This is a personal issue for me. I stand here today in front of you as a United States Senator, but it was not easy for me to get here. I grew up in a family with 7 kids. My dad, when I was in high school, and I was one of the oldest kids, got sick with multiple sclerosis, and he lost his job. All of a sudden, my family was looking at a really bleak future. But my country was there for me. My country was there for me with Pell Grants and student loans, not just for me, but for my brothers and sisters. And because of that investment that my country made when my family was in trouble, my 7 brothers and sisters became a firefighter, a lawyer, a computer programmer, a sports writer, a homemaker, a middle school teacher, and a United States Senator. Pretty good investment. That was a pretty good investment by our country and our family, and that's the investment we need to be making in all of you today. As you've heard from Tyson and Dante, my story is not unique. For so many people today, the ticket to a security and a middle-class future is in education. We cannot, as a country, allow that to slip away. We have to make sure that college is attainable and affordable for you and for everyone who comes behind you. So that's why we're here today. Now, how are we going to get this bill up? How are we going to get them to agree? Well, I'm looking at you. We can't just let that vote happen and not do anything. I want all of you to go out and tweet, Twitter, Facebook, talk to people when you're at the grocery store, talk to people in front of you. If you're getting a cup of coffee, talk to people in the coffee shop with you. Get back on Facebook, tweet it again. Let everybody know that it doesn't end here. Say to Congress, don't double my rate. Don't double my rate. We've got 51 days left. We've got to get this up in the Senate. We've got to block this filibuster. We need to bring this to a vote, and we need to make sure your interest rates don't double. So that's why I'm here today. Let's get the word out. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you to let everybody know and let your voices heard. I've seen you do it in Olympia. I know you can do it again. Let Congress know, don't double my rates. Thank you very much. Let's go get them. Thank you.